Day one feels strange. You wake up, grab your phone, and for the first time, you stop yourself. Your fingers hesitate. Your brain screams for that quick escape, that hit of pleasure. But you say no, just for today. And in that small decision, a war begins between who you are and who you're meant to be. The first few days you'll feel restless, distracted, even angry. But somewhere deep inside, there's a whisper. What if I actually win this time? What if you went 30 days without porn, without lust controlling your mind? What would happen to your confidence, your focus, your energy? The truth is, everything changes. Let's talk about what really happens. When you stop watching porn for 30 days, the first thing you notice is silence. The noise that used to fill your mind, the urges, the fantasies, the guilt starts to fade. At first, it feels uncomfortable, almost empty. You've been feeding your brain constant stimulation for so long that peace feels unnatural. But that silence? It's healing. Around day 5, your brain starts fighting back. You'll hear thoughts like, just once won't hurt, or I deserve it. That's addiction speaking. It disguises itself as comfort, but it's really fear of who you could become without it. Most people give up here, but if you push through, something incredible starts to happen. You begin to feel again. Emotions you've buried under dopamine flood start surfacing. You get frustrated more easily, yes, but you also laugh more genuinely. You start noticing beauty in small things again. Sunlight, music, people. It's like your soul is waking up. Around the second week, your energy begins to shift. The constant tiredness and brain fog begin to fade. You start sleeping better, thinking clearer. Your eyes look alive again. When you talk to people, your voice feels steady, grounded. You're not hiding behind guilt anymore. You're finally present. Porn doesn't just steal your energy, it steals your confidence. It teaches you to take shortcuts for pleasure instead of earning real fulfillment. When you stop watching it, you start remembering what it means to earn things again: focus, achievement, peace. You begin to crave purpose instead of pixels. Ask yourself right now, how many hours have you wasted feeding a screen instead of building your dreams? How many times have you numbed pain instead of healing it? That's the hard truth. Porn doesn't satisfy you, it sedates you. It keeps you distracted so you never face the real battle, the one inside your mind. By day 15, you'll start noticing temptations hit harder. Random thoughts, vivid dreams, old habits trying to claw their way back. That's your brain testing your strength. It's trying to see if you've changed or if you'll still kneel to the same desire. But this time, you're aware. You know the pattern. You can catch it before it controls you. That awareness is power. Every time you resist, even once, you build mental muscle. That's self-control. That's discipline. That's the foundation of greatness. And then, somewhere between day 20 and day 30, something extraordinary happens. You wake up one morning and realize the urges are quieter. You look around and feel lighter. Your thoughts are sharper. You start dreaming again, not fantasies, but visions of your future. You finally understand what mental purity means, not just avoiding lust, but being free from it. People start noticing the change too. Your posture improves. Your voice sounds more confident. You start attracting respect, not attention. Because when you stop giving your power to lust, the world begins to reflect your strength back to you. And here's the part no one talks about. By day 30, the world looks different, not because it changed, but because you did. You realize how much time and energy you've been giving away. You start thinking, if I could beat this, what else can I do? That's the birth of discipline. Porn kills that belief. It makes you feel powerless, small, dependent. But 30 days without it reminds you that you're in control of your life, not your urges, not your impulses, you. So pause for a second and ask yourself, how long have you been fighting this battle? And what would your life look like if you finally won? Think about that. Because the only difference between your old self and your best self is control, self-control. That's what separates weakness from strength, distraction from destiny. If you've made it this far, I want you to hear this. You're not broken. You're not hopeless. You're human, and humans are capable of incredible transformation. When you stop watching porn for 30 days, you don't just change your habits, you change your identity. You reclaim the part of yourself that got lost in guilt and distraction. You begin walking with quiet confidence. knowing that you've faced one of the hardest battles of the modern world and won. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, about saying, "Today, I choose discipline over desire." Because that choice, repeated daily, builds unshakable strength. So I'll ask you this. What's one thing you'll change starting today? Leave your answer in the comments, not for me, but for yourself. This is your sign, your restart, your freedom, and it begins the moment you decide to take your mind back.